I've been so excited for this game. I've been waiting so patiently. Every single delay, I did not give a fuck about. It didn't matter to me. Eventually, I would get my hands on this game. It's just like the GameCube. Holy shit. Okay. Yes. You already know I'm all in. Yes. Okay. I know what this game's all about. Set out. Yes, I remember. Okay, I already know. I guess I could be Clavat. I'll be that dude.
Blizzard! Fire. Blizzard!
Is this so dumb? I don't understand this.
Fire! Blizzard!
They don't sound that different from each other. Now, my character's name. We obviously know what it has to be. Looks good. Yes. Show me the tutorial. Come on, Stiltskin. Moogle Stiltskin. Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
Hail, fellow caravaner.
Ooh, voice acting.
You are the caravan from that village, are you not?
Yes, there's voice acting.
I
Holy
heard they were
shit.
sending out a new caravan. My name is Soul Rock.
Oh yeah, oh my
I
god,
am
that's
captain of the
right.
caravan
You
from
are
the
Soul
great
Rock.
Fortress at Alphataria.
AlphaTaria.
Our caravan boasts a history that
Oh my
stretches back
God.
thousands of years.
This makes me so happy.
But let us discuss that.
Come on,
some
Stiltskin.
Stiltskin, do you have a moment?
Yes, I did remember you. Come here.
This is the village caravan. Come on, say hello.
Yeah, come here. He walks so
Allow me to
funny.
introduce Stiltskin.
No, I'm just
Oh
a
shit,
Moogle
that's
that
his
likes
voice.
to
I
get
actually
around.
didn't notice. Why does he sound
All
like that?
sorts of things.
Fuck. Oh, I have talking points. I remember this time. I'm here in Jagon River and I have talking points. Because let me go back to my town, actually. Let's just make this easier on myself. Let me go. Never mind. So that just kind of begs the question, what caused the miasma? There wasn't miasma before, then the meteor struck, and then there's miasma. See, and Eleanor right here kind of thinks the same thing. She's like, I'm thinking round and around and round and round. We have been poring over an ancient Selkirk text that we've recovered. It seems that in ancient times there was once a great crystal. See, good thing I prefaced this, right? I should have just talked to her first. But a meteor plummeted from the sky and shattered the crystal to pieces. It follows that the crystal in the towns and villages across the land are merely shards. But can you imagine how colossal that great crystal must have been? With the meteor came miasma. It eventually spread over every corner of the world. Monsters began to appear a century after the miasma did. A century? Odd, isn't it? Could the monsters and the meteor be connected somehow? Perhaps the meteor carried them in eggs or cocoons. Quite a mystery indeed. I could summarize that again if you'd like. No, thank you. So, yeah. I'm gonna get into the final boss of this game and the final level, Mount Velenghe. That mountain is home of the giant crater where the meteor still is. As you explore that level, and once you get to the end of it, you come to discover rather that it was a parasite that entered the planet's atmosphere, and that is what's causing miasma. Put an asterisk on that. This meteor parasite that's just chilling this whole time doesn't seem to have a lifespan or nothing. It's just fucking living. It doesn't die unless if you kill it. You bring it to close to death, And once you are about to kill it, you hear a voice that screams out, "Stop." And the camera zooms in on the crystal chalice, and it just fades to white. Light comes from the chalice and just consumes your entire vision. Next thing you know, you're in this little floating little dark dimension, just chilling there until you get approached by this ghostly woman, just a white figure named Mio. Mio, being the queen of reflection, she is able to not just manipulate memories but view them and grant them back to people. She lets you know of this opposing threat that is opposite to her, because she isn't the only one that dwells within that realm. There is an evil entity named Raim, and Raim is, I guess, as he puts it, he claims to be the source of all miasma. So, however that may be, he is the real source of the miasma right before the meteor parasite. You're tested on how well you can remember your journey. Before you can approach Raim and fight him, Mio tests your memory and she quizzes you. This, to be frank, I think it's not a bad thing to put in games, quizzes. However, I don't fucking like it. I think they could have had a more fun, I don't know, like progression towards the final boss. They could have done anything else, to be honest. Because in multiplayer, I'll tell you what, it's just a bunch of waiting. If you aren't hosting that lobby and you're just waiting for them to answer the questions, you might as well hope they get it wrong. Because if they get it wrong, enemies spawn, and that's just more fun. Regardless, Mio tests your memory. And the more you answer correctly, the more doors you are able to open, getting you closer to Raim. So once you approach Raim, he is obviously upset that you're there, and he has made it a habit to eat other people's memories. So it's only when you encounter Raim where you are given context as to why the Black Knight and Hurdy lost their memories entirely. They've lost their memories because they failed trying to do what you're doing right now. You, trying to rid the world of miasma, are fighting against Raim. It's just that hopefully the difference with you is that you don't fail this time. So you engage battle with Raim. Inevitably, you win. This game's easy, to be honest. He falls and he's like, "No, I can't. Like, I just can't." I won't die. He grabs the hold of Mio and he's like, "I won't fade. I will never fade." And he fucking combines himself with her. And then now is the real final battle. Memiroa, otherwise Mio/Raim. Which this fight is really exciting, to be honest, because during this fight you get to do some spells that you never would do otherwise. You become invincible and shit. It's awesome. Without thinking about it, you obviously kill Memiroa because it's Raim still trying to kill you. So you defeat him, but along with defeating him, you defeat her being Mio. So Mio is laying there, and what she says is pretty cool too, because she's, I guess, the queen of reflection and is all about memory. She thanks you for having bright memories and reassures you that despite her dying now, as long as somebody remembers her and they keep remembering her, she will come back. So her final wish to you is, remember me sometimes, will you? And I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet, huh? After all of that, the game isn't over. You are then transported back to where you were previously. Presumably no time passed, because I can't imagine you weren't anywhere physically. You were transported fucking somewhere else. So you go back to where you were. The meteor parasite is almost dead. He's clinging to life, just gasping for air. One more hit and he's dead. So you do the honors and you kill him, and there's nothing more to it than that, because once you kill him, miasma is just no more. There's no more miasma. You return back to your town, and yeah, the credits roll. But then here's the awesome part though. Once you beat the game, every single level, every single dungeon is now given an updated harder version that you can play now, which have end game gear, just new gear that wasn't in the original GameCube version, new materials, new enemy designs, new enemy placements. Everything is just cranked up to be a lot more difficult, which thank God. Playing the game as a kid on the GameCube, I loved, don't get me wrong, but I thought was way too easy after just essentially beating the game the first time and then trying to max out my character. Everything was just too easy. But now it's not a problem because look at that. There's Mushroom Forest and Toadstool Forest. I can go up, and instead of Mine of Cather Ridges, I can go to the Miasma Pit. Each of these levels being a lot more difficult than their original counterparts, which I definitely appreciate. It makes me want to tell my friends to beat the game the first time. That way we could just get to the good levels. I guess I haven't talked about gameplay and multiplayer. Multiplayer is just as good as I remember it being, simply because I played it once and it was very fun as a kid. And playing it here, or being able to play it just anywhere online, is such a godsend, because you have no idea how much I've longed to just be able to play multiplayer regularly as a kid on the GameCube and not being able to, because I was a fucking kid. I couldn't make money and buy the Game Boys that I needed and shit. So, I mean, it was what it was, but I think it's awesome, especially because some people may dislike Spell Fusion because it might take a long time, and if you fuck up, you just waste time trying to do it right over and over again. So in the later levels, you're able to unlock new types of rings, because in the original GameCube game, you were able to unlock the Fire Ring, Blizzard Ring, Thunder Ring, Raise Ring, Cure Ring, all that stuff that allowed you to cast any of those spells at any time without needing to pick up the Magicites. What they've added in the post game is you can get the Gravity Ring, the Holy Ring. I don't know if there's more. There may be that I'm not aware of, but those two in particular are pretty much what you need to deal with whatever type of threat that you need, and that eliminates the need to Spell Fusion, because if you have those, you could just take care of it in just one person. So multiplayer has been greatly improved because of that, for the post game at least. I'm gonna end this recording, but if I don't decide to do another take, I just want to say thanks for watching. I am terrible at staying motivated to edit as much as I think I should in order to just make videos quicker, and I'm sure nobody even cares. Nobody cares. But if you do watch and then you watch until the end, I very much appreciate it.